Okay guys, so welcome to another Pokemon Heaven and Hell presentation. This time talking about Kaijus. So there's lots of different Kaijus in the game, and we're gonna go over the area you find them in, and also just a bit about them. So, big beasts. In Otala, you can find some giant, more aggressive Pokemon that always have the Kaiju type no matter what. These are Kaijus, and there are many of them in the world. Here's every Kaiju in the game so far. So this is not a definitive list. And so far I think there's 16 Kaijus. We'll see as we go along. First we got the OG, Godzilla. Types are Water, Atomic, and Kaiju. Signature move is Aura Beam, classic Atomic type move. Area is the ocean, which is basically the area between the main part of Otala and the subdivisions, which are like the islands containing Mudtown, Bonelands, and stuff. And the special property for this guy is that he's actually a minigame Pokemon. So what that means is, when you're riding Lapras in order to get to the islands or the subdivisions, you're able to play a minigame where you use lure balls to catch Pokemon. Pokemon can appear like Ferroplode and Shelby, but there's a rare chance that none of them will appear, and instead they'll flee because Godzilla comes out. Then you'll meet Godzilla and have the chance to battle him when you reach the island that you're trying to go to. Then SP move is Atomic Assault, where it's just a bigger Aura Beam. Basically, Kaiju Aura Beam, but with double power. Then Paradox is Primal Tail. I've got another OG, Kong. Types are Ground, Fighting, and Kaiju. Signature move is Toss, similar to Brawl's Bun and Judo. Area is the woods. Because, Kong lives in a jungle, and the woods is the closest thing we've got to a jungle. Also, the design is literally holding a tree. Paradox is Iron Fur. And actually, this guy is a Mega Evolution, where he basically gets inspired by that one monkey from, DC comics. I don't know his name, but basically, this guy becomes armored, gains the Steel type, and gains an ability where all of its resistances become immunities. So yeah, that's good. Steel fighting and all your resistances are immunities. Yeah, that's a lot. Now we got Rodan. Types are Fire, Atomic, and Kaiju. Signature move is Flamethrower. Area is Frostburn Peak. SP move is Thermal Wing. So, while Rodan's been tortured and tormented in the volcano of Frostburn Peak, it's gained some new abilities from the magma it's been exposed to, and thus it gains this move where it can breathe fire and flap its wings at the same time, creating giant waves of fire which do a lot of damage and have a 100% chance. Or no, not a 100% chance, but a very high chance to inflict burn. Then Paradox is Boiler Breath. Now we've got Gularva, which is a very special Kaiju, as it doesn't actually have the Kaiju type right away. Type is just pure poison to begin with. Signature move is Sludge Bomb. Area is Acid Factory, specifically in this sewage part, where you can find groups of them. Then it evolves into Hedorah, who is one of the most powerful Kaijus, in case you didn't know. And the way he does this is, you need to have a full party/battle team of these guys holding Kaiju stones, where then they will fuse and create Hedorah. Then Paradox is Wax Quill. Now we got Behemoth. Types are Grass, Ground, and Kaiju. Signature move is Earth Blade, which is a new move in our generation, which basically causes a blade made of, like, rocks and dirt to slash the opponent. It's basically like a weaker Stone Edge. Area is Mudtown. Paradox is Steel Stomps. And this also has a Mega Evolution where it becomes Bipedal. And also gains some new abilities. Such as a new move where it just lets out a giant grass punch. I haven't really thought about it too much. Now we've got King Ghidorah. Types are Electric Dragon and Kaiju. Signature moves Thunder. Areas the Bonelands. SP move is Thundering Dominance, where it's like Dragon Pulse combined with T-Jolt turned into a special move, and it's really good because it does triple damage due to Ghidorah's 3 heads. Then Paradox is Iron Neck. Now we've got Kiryu, who's also a kaiju that evolves. Types are Steel and Kaiju. Signature move is Iron Head. Area is Acid Factory. And evolutions are very interesting. So, what happens is there's 2 different ways you can evolve it. So its base form, it's like 1990s Mechagodzilla, which isn't really that powerful. But it can have different interactions with a Duskstone. Like, regularly using a Duskstone turns into 2018 Mechagodzilla, which is Steel Fighting type. And then trading it while it's holding a Duskstone will get you the much better 2021 Mechagodzilla, who's a Steel Dark type. Then Paradox's Calcite Cannons. Now we've got Space Godzilla, a less known Godzilla, but still a good one. Its types are Psychic, Atomic, and Kaiju. Signature moves Aura Beam. Area is Area and Terabang, because it's like a cosmic threat, which is associated with this crystal cave, which has a bunch of weird stuff. Signature move, or SP move, is Planetary Call, where it lets out a roar and then calls a bunch of cosmic fireballs to rain down on you. This can also make you flinch. Then Paradox's Sand Singer. Now we've got Red, who originated from Monster v Monster. Types are Dark and Kaiju. Signature move is Laser Trick. Area is Gengar's Yard. SP move is Skewer, where it basically stabs you with that thing on its tail. And it does a lot of dark type damage. Then Paradox is Omega Jaw. Now Shimu. Types are Ice, Atomic, and Kaiju. Signature move is Ice Beam. Area is Mount Arceus. SP move is Icicle Breath, where it shoots ice breath but also icicles, which is meant to reference the icicle glacier on its back. Then Paradox is Freeze Tusk. Then Mothra. It's as the most types of any kaiju. Bug, Fairy, Flying, and Kaiju. Signature moves Play Rough. Area is the Plateau. SP move is Light Attack, which is a fairy move where Mothra will glow and let out a giant beam of light. And Paradox is Golden Bundle, which is not similar to Iron Bundle, I promise. Then Destroyer. Types are Fire, Atomic, and Kaiju. Signature move is Flamethrower. Area is the Ruins. And then SP move is Mass Destruction, which deals way more atomic type damage than you think. Because it basically shoots atomic rocks, not to be confused with uranium, and lasers all at once. This is, of course, to reference Destroyer's, ability to basically destroy anything, hence the name. Then Paradox is Ruinous Iron. Then we've got Ghost, an original kaiju. It's meant to be the ghost of the first ever Godzilla design, which is pretty cool. Types are Ghost, Atomic, and Kaiju. Signature move is Aura Beam. Area is Gengar's Yard. SP move is Revival Punch, where it punches the enemy, which only does average damage, but it fully restores the user's HP. And then Paradox is Stomping King, where it actually gets revived, and instead of Ghost, it's now a fighting Atomic, which may not make sense because it has the name Ghost, but the whole point of this is to be dead, so it makes some sense. Now we've got Python. Its types are Bug, Atomic, and Kaiju. Signature move is Struggle Bug. Area is Area and Terabang, because it slithers around with its 300-foot long body through tight crevices. Then signature move is Spiky Slice, where it slices you with its spikes, obviously. Then Paradox is Steel Stride, where it stopped slithering and started walking. Trust me, it's not as cursed as it seems. Now we've got Gamera. Types are Fire, Rock, and Kaiju. Signature move is Rock Slide. Area is Ruins. And then SP move is Flying Whirl, which isn't actually a fire or rock type move. It's actually a flying type move. You see, in certain movies, Gamera can actually fly around using its shell, and this move doesn't do much damage, but it does transform Gamera, where it gains all the boosts of flying type without actually being a flying type. You know, like Stab for flying moves, immunity to ground type. And it doesn't even gain the weaknesses like Rock, Electric, etc. Then Paradox is Iron Husk. Then we got Zilla, final kaiju. Types are Atomic and Kaiju. Signature move is Aura Beam, obviously. Signature move is Area is Bonelands. SP move is Atomic Boom, where it becomes like a cone of atomic energy that it fires from its mouth. It's also green instead of blue to represent Zilla's breath. Then Paradox is Cyborg Fang, where it becomes a cyborg. Whew, we're done. The next presentation will be about our new types, except Crystal. So prepare for that. Bye.